What's a contingency? Contingencies are when a buyer has made an offer on a home and the sellers accepted it, but the final sale is contingent on certain criteria being met. These criteria, or contingencies, typically fall under three major categories: inspections and disclosures, financing, and possibly a buyer home sale. The buyer now has the time to do their due diligence in all of these areas. Regarding inspections and disclosures, in our area, the typical inspections include a complete home inspection, a radon test, and if your home has a septic system or well, expect to have those inspected and make sure that they're in compliance and working properly. Depending on where your property is located, the buyer may also want to have other inspections done, like termite, mold, heating and cooling systems, or soil tests. It depends on what is customary due to the problems or issues that typically arise in that area. For the disclosures, these encompass a full disclosure from the seller on the condition of both the inside and the outside of the home. You can watch our disclosure video for more information on what you should be disclosing. In Minnesota, the buyer should be provided with these seller disclosures to review before they make an offer. Financing and home sale contingencies are simply requirements that are needed for the lender to fully approve the loan to purchase, which may include that the buyer has to sell a currently owned property first before they're able to move forward with this new purchase. All contingency timeframes are agreed upon in the initial contract, and in most cases can vary from about 2 to 15 days depending on the contingency. This means that the conditions of the specific contingency need to be met or resolved within this time frame. Otherwise, the buyer or the seller may be able to cancel the purchase agreement. And if you're really lucky, you'll receive an offer with no contingencies, which gets you to the closing table quicker. In Minnesota, once the contingencies are removed, the buyer's earnest money deposit is at risk. So as a buyer, be sure not to remove them until you know you're okay with all aspects of the home. The good news is that once the contingencies are removed, buyers and sellers have so much more assurance that the home sale will successfully close. And if you have any specific questions about contingencies and how they may affect you in your sale or your purchase, feel free to reach out. I'm Kelly Domaille with Domaille Real Estate. We love where we live and we want you to love where you live.